One of the cards I have with me is the body awareness card. I'm going to read this and you can follow along. Good, relax, yes. So this is about body love. Learning to love yourself with your flaws and all. Give yourself a mental hug. See what that would feel like. What if we could give a mental hug to someone that's not here? Because of the pandemic, we are in our homes. If we could just give a mental hug to someone that we know we want to hug, a friend, a relative, wouldn't that be amazing? Send love to your body. Tell your body you love and appreciate it. Thank each part of your body, one by one, starting with your feet, your belly, the chest, and finishing at the top of your head. Feel all the parts where there is tension. And as you breathe deeper and deeper, just relax any tension that there might be. Now thank your internal body, including your heart, your lungs, and other internal organs that come to mind. Now thank all those parts of you that aren't working so well. Maybe it's the neck, maybe the shoulders or the eyes from sitting too much in front of the screen. Apologize to any part of the body you might have neglected over time. Notice how this self-love makes you feel. I've read this card with some people before as well in the mindful sessions, and it is relieving to apologize to the parts of the body which are not working so well. Sometimes it's the shoulders and the neck, the eyes sometimes. I had a situation last semester in my college where I was just sitting in front of the screen the entire time, and wherever I would go for classes, there would be screen, and I would say to myself, I don't want to be in front of the screen anymore. I just want to take a break. So sometimes the body tells you what you're feeling, even though you might not be feeling that all the time. And even though that might not be your priority all the time. But your body knows you. Your body would tell you, hey, this part is hurting, or this part is really doing well. Do you want to take some time to acknowledge the working of that body part? Or even, do you want to see what's wrong with the body? I had a cough once, and I took a break and I was like, what's disturbing in this throat now? I know I had eaten ice cream, but I know that wasn't the reason why it was bothering me. But then I thought, an answer came to me. It was my mind. I had thoughts that were here, that went into opposite direction of each other. And I was like, that's why my throat was hurting. So when I started working on my mind, and when I started having my thoughts together, that's when the throat stopped hurting me. It's very profound how your body and your mind works well with each other. It's really profound. It's not super easy to understand because we neglect it most of the time. But when we do acknowledge it and appreciate it, and pay attention to it, it is valuable. It's valuable. So now let's do a short journaling exercise. There are different types of meditations. The one which we just did was body scan meditation. The one that I absolutely love and which I stay consistent with is a Raj Yoga meditation, which I'll get to in a while. But obviously, explore different types of meditations. And meditation is not just sitting down. You can walk, you can talk to a friend, and just be in this awareness that you are love. Being in the awareness of love, that is meditation. Just being present, that's meditation. If you don't want to label it, don't label it. You're just happy. That's for the people who are very restrictive to the idea of meditation. Because it's not restrictive, it's opening. So we'll do a short journaling exercise, and this is about being grateful. And what I'd like you to do is, if you have a small pen or paper, or if you have your phone with you, I would like you to have pen and paper, because when you write it down, it gets engraved in the brain, and it just expands the brain to a whole different level. So I have my notebook here with me, and if you can get a pen and open the notebook to an empty page like this, or if you have some space, and I want you to note down, let's say, just 3 things that you're grateful for, and not just why you're thankful for that thing or situation or person in your life, but mention why. Why are you grateful for that situation, or that thing, or for that person? So like I am grateful for certain person because, okay? So we'll come back again and see and just share our views on that, how that makes you feel. Ready? Go. And you can obviously let me know when you're done. Done. Okay, great. So Hoffman, okay, maybe a different room. Great. Do you wanna share your video, Angel? I'd love to see you. It's just the two of us. I'll wait till you turn your video on. I'm gonna share my 3 points, and then you can share them if you'd like. Let's see. There you are. So I'll share mine. I am grateful for my friends and family because they provide me support and compassion. Do you want to go next? You have to unmute yourself.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yeah.
The first point, I also wrote the same. I wrote that I am grateful for my family for always supporting me.
Great.
Your turn.
My second point is I am grateful for the food as it nourishes me and provide my body with energy.
Okay. My second point is that I am grateful for being disease free.
Yes, that's a great one.
Yeah,
My last point is I am grateful for the nature because the walks are really refreshing.
that's nice. Okay, I've written that I'm grateful for the resources that I'm entitled to in the times of COVID-19.
Hmm. So, how did you feel when you wrote the points you were grateful for?
I think before this session, I've never realized or never taken time to write down the things or maybe thank for the things that I'm grateful to. I've never shown or expressed or even thought of the gratitude to some things which actually deserve to be thanked. So I think I feel more connected to the world that surrounds me, of how important is it.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, in these times, it's very difficult to feel connected. Like sometimes
Yeah,
you feel very lonely, and it's just great to have people whom you can connect with. India, USA, Japan, wherever you are, it's just amazing.
absolutely.
Thanks to the technology. Yeah.
Yeah, we should actually be thankful for the technology as well.
Mm.
Grateful for the technology. That's one
Yeah.
major point we missed out.
Mm. Yeah. Thankful for the technology for connecting us.
Yeah,
I have my spiritual mentor, Sister Jenna. She always mentions in the talks that she wants to express her gratitude towards the makers of Zoom, the makers of
YouTube. Yeah,
Google, Hangouts, WhatsApp. It's a big thing.
definitely.
It's a big
Yeah,
thing. I wonder whose souls those are, and they might be receiving a lot of blessings these days, especially.
definitely, definitely. Especially the worth of technology has been realized during these times. Otherwise, we would have been taking them for granted.
Mm, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read one paragraph. So I have this book, How to Choose Love When You Just Want to Slap Somebody. It's a very nice
Okay.
title. It's by Diane
Yeah.
L. Hayward. I just love her book. She has a very interesting style of writing. She writes, and then every other sentence you read, you start laughing. It's just amazing. It's
Okay.
mindful, it's a self-help book, but it's also an interesting book. Like you would laugh. It's not a boring book at all.
The title in itself justifies the statement.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
So her first chapter is titled Meditate. What if there was something that could help you choose love when you're frustrated, improve your health, and it's free? That magic something is meditation. The most important benefit to those wishing to live a life of love is that of feeling connected to God, Source, and the universal life force energy. No matter what name you identify with, the result is you feel a part of the energy that runs through all things. You realize you're a part of the pulse of the universe as you go about your day, contributing your unique vibration to that of the whole. We're all one through the divine spark that burns within each one of us. Meditation makes this clear. It's much harder to criticize someone or something which you feel deeply connected to. And it's much easier to recognize the bonds that unite you. A consistent meditation practice not only makes you aware of this divine spark, but quiets the mind enough for you to actually hear the divine guidance offered to you. Yeah, like you said, Angel, we're all connected. And it's very special to have that feeling of the connectedness and to have that feeling of oneness. In a recent video, Sister Jenna shared, she was explaining that we're all one tribe, one force of goodness. And that really justifies the, the platform that we're on, World Unity Week. We can bring that unity. We are not divided. We can bring that unity because love travels through us all. Do you want to say something, Angel?
I also saw that video of Sister Jenna, which you shared with me. She also
Ah.
mentioned in one of the videos, I think it was last week, that how I mean the thoughts are in itself very engaging, and the thoughts that she delivers and the ideas that she delivers in itself makes us think about the things that we would have never thought of. The connect that she makes with the things, and how during the times of all Black Lives Matter, also she addressed the session on that as well.
Mm.
So I think this is very engaging, and since the time I've started watching Sister Jenna's video, I've also shared it with my friends as well, with Ria
Oh.
and Justine. I've also shared with them, and they're also like, this is the most peaceful and the most calming and soothing voice they've ever heard.
Yeah, it's so true.
Actually, yeah.
So true. I know Fairy Jenna Bell
Actually,
works very closely with Sister Jenna. Do you want to share something?
Well, this is your stage right now.
It's an interactive
Was Sister
session.
Jenna is an amazing example of of what we can attain with the right kind of efforts. That's consistent over many years, and taking these lessons and kind of understanding the simplicity of it. That these things, it's not really that hard. It's actually more in alignment with our original nature, to be loving and kind and all these kind of very basic things that the world has stepped so far away from, but when you really, she's a great example. She's been a great teacher to me personally. Yeah, for a very long time.
Yeah, to me as well.
When you look at the bar, where's the bar?
We're crawling up there.
I know, right? Oh, there's so much work to do. Actually, I always I do that sometimes as an exercise where I imagine my future self and really kind of go deep with that imagination. And what does that person look like? How does that person move through the world? How graceful is that person? And then I kind of come back to who I am and what is the difference between where I am now and where I want to be, but if you can really visualize it, then all these kind of little invisible layers will start to move away and make room for you to become that, and then the right lessons come to you. So I love finding great teachers, and gosh, there's so many in Brahma Kumari, great, amazing teachers and examples of people that we can look up to.
Yeah. Angel?
I'll help you up the ladder, you help me up the ladder.
We're all supporting each other, right? To lift up.
yeah.
Right, exactly.
So what's your future self that you want to become, Angel?
I think there's one thing that I would certainly like to improve in myself. That is the contentment. Like, I'm never contented with myself. Whatever I achieve, maybe a competition or maybe little things in my life that I achieve, I'm never contented. So as a future person, I would like to imagine myself as a person who is very contented and peaceful and calm. I know at some point of life being competitive and not being contented with yourself can have a positive impact as well. But I think the peace within yourself and the contentment is very important, and at each and every stage of your life. And I think meditation certainly does help us to bring that contentment and peace by connecting with ourselves, by connecting with each and every person who is around us, and by realizing the importance of the things that we have. Otherwise, in the fast pacing life, no one would ever realize the importance of little things that we have around us, be it our family or friends, or us being disease free, us being having the ability to walk or anything. I mean, the little things that we don't realize the importance of can be achieved through meditation. And as a future myself, I would really rather be contented and express the gratitude to all these little things I've never realized before.
Yeah.
That's a great sharing. I love that the concept of just even thinking about contentment and what does that mean? Because I think when you're kind of on this path of spirituality and meditation, those things change along the way as well. The things that you think will make you content at the very beginning or when you're younger definitely changes when you realize, it's all kind of mixed up with, well, what are your true needs? What is it that's keeping you away from feeling content, right?
Yeah. It's a big factor. Yeah, definitely. So to wrap up this session, not too quickly though, I'm going to read a slight meditation. It's by it's this book. It's by Sister Jayanti, and she's been a teacher and a student in the Brahma Kumaris for the last, 50 years, and she's just an inspiring person. Just thinking about her, it's just energizing. So I'm going to read a short script from her book. It's on meditation, and it's titled, I Am a Star. Turning my attention within, I select one thought concerning my own identity. I see myself not in physical terms, but as that inner being of light. I just practice this visualization, creating an image of a point of light, powerful, concentrated, in the center of the forehead. I hold this image in my mind. Other thoughts are there, but for the moment, this is the thought I am interested in. I hold it in my awareness. And as I continue to focus on this point of light, I can feel the consciousness of my physical form fade away. And I begin to touch my own inner qualities. I am this light. I am this truth. I discover peace, strength, and goodness, and contentment within myself. And the feeling grows that my heart has been blocked for a while, but now there's a melting taking place. The defenses that I had put up are beginning to come down, and I recognize the love that exists within me. Om Shanti.